Hey guys, welcome to another product video. Today we have a really great unit to check out because it's the 2022 Bay Star by Newmar. There's a ton of new features for 2022 that I want to show you. They're very excited about. But let's first start off with what this unit is, and that's a 3609 floor plan on a 26,000 pound chassis. It's a Ford V8 Triton engine, and then this unit, because it's a 26,000 pound chassis, is going to have upgraded 22.5-inch tires in the front and rear. They're Michelin tires. If you've been RVing or know motorhomes, that's probably the best brand of tires you can put on here. You also have Alcoa aluminum rims. So what's great about this is they're not those steel rims that always rust. The Alcoa aluminum is going to look like this in 10 years or 15 years. All you got to do is just a little soap and water, and all that grime and grease will wash right off. It'll look shiny like this for many years to come. Moving on right over here, Newmar puts their side view cameras in a unique position that's kind of different from other manufacturers, because most manufacturers put it right up here in the mirror. And the reason why this is really nice is because it kind of decreases that blind spot that you might have when you're turning into a lane. You can see if there might be a motorcycle here or a car here, and it's a great safety feature. Now, if you get a shot of this massive awning, I love the way Newmar does their awnings, because first of all, it's one of the biggest awnings I think I've ever seen. It's huge, covers basically your whole campsite side, but also it's wrapped in metal, so that sun is not going to bake the awning and crack it over years like usually happens with awnings. It has that metal covering to protect it from the sun damage, and also protect it in case you ever were to scrape up against a tree or a building. Really going to make sure you don't have to replace that awning going down the road. Now moving on to the side here, this unit is equipped with a Truma on-demand hot water system. This is really impressive because usually this is a feature that was only available on some of the higher end Newmars. Now it's come to the Bay Star. And what that does for you is it gets you on-demand water, as much hot water as you want, whenever you want, as long as your tanks have water in them, versus having to wait for that hot water heater to heat up those 10 gallons so the next person can take a shower. Really great feature. Very glad they brought it to the Bay Star. On the side here, of course you have an exterior TV, nice big Samsung TV on a great swivel arm, so no matter where you are, the campsite actually comes out, wow, look at that, really far. You can tilt it whatever way you want. You can really hear the construction, the solid construction that Newmar does. Now, talking about construction real quick, the paint job on this unit is called the gable paint job. I know we touched on that really briefly, but if you look at this, when you rub your hands over the paint, what you typically find with a lot of other manufacturers is where these lines are, you actually can feel those lines. Not with Newmar, because they cut and buff this several times and add many coats of clear coat on top of this, so there's no lines that you can feel. What that means for you is this nice, slick, beautiful paint look. It's going to look like this in 15 years, where other brands you might have fading paint chips, that clear coat coming off. Not with the Newmar Bay Star. This is a very high-end paint job. It's called Masterpiece Paint, and I wouldn't want anything different on my motorhome. One of the great things about Newmar is the way that they do their storage. Believe it or not, it's a big deal, because what they do is side hinged storage compartment doors. So if you look at a lot of other gas motorhome manufacturers, they're doing the top hinged ones that open up like this, and they never kind of fully open, and so you're always hitting your head trying to get stuff into your storage compartments. I don't like that. Nobody really likes that, but some manufacturers still do it. Not Newmar. Newmar's been building motorhomes for a long time. Over 50 years. They know what they're doing. They're actually made by the Amish right there in Indiana, so the craftsmanship is excellent. If you look at the storage doors closely, they're substantial. They're thicker than most other brands. They're very well insulated. Actually, you can just kind of feel the quality when you close them. A lot of other brands, you have to slam the doors to get it to stay closed. Not with these Newmar ones. One little finger stays closed. It's excellent, excellent quality. I just want to go down the line here and show you how much storage is in here. And actually, if you get a shot, there's actually storage up in there as well, not just what you see here. There's plenty of pass-through storage when we get to the back here. So see all this pass-through storage? You can bring fishing poles, golf clubs, potentially even paddle boards, maybe a kayak. One of the great things about them is you actually have power outlets in most areas of the storage compartment. So like this one, for instance, you have two back here. Power right there, power right here. I can't tell you how many other brands I look at where I'm trying to plug something in, just can't find power outside the unit anywhere. Maybe there's one location in the entire storage compartment area that has power. Newmar tries to put it evenly distributed all across the storage base. Really, really great feature. One of the other great things too about these storage bays is Newmar puts automotive style carpeting inside the base. So see how well this is finished? A lot of other manufacturers don't go the extra mile here because it's a way they can save money. So either they'll put like a plastic storage liner or just nothing and have the exposed steel. This is really, really nicely done. It means that your stuff is gonna, stay cleaner, your unit's gonna look cleaner. It just genuinely looks a lot higher end manufacturers, and I love it. Right up here, before we move on back, just get a shot of the 2000 watt Xantrex inverter. This means that all of your power outlets inside are gonna be powered. When you're going down the road, you're gonna be able to plug in your computers, do some work from home as you're traveling down the road on that beautiful road trip. Now let's head to the back of the unit, because there's a lot of impressive features back here. I'm getting more excited because as we go around this unit, we're getting closer to getting inside, and that's where you're gonna be blown away. The rear of this unit has a one-piece molded rear cap. So all this molding, there's no seams in here whatsoever. There's no way water's gonna get in there. It's gonna last a long time. Other units just do the one sheet of fiberglass. It doesn't look high-end, it doesn't look as nice, and there's potential for leaking there on some other units. So one-piece molded fiberglass front cap, beautiful badging right here, Bay Star. If you notice, your lights are up a little bit higher than other manufacturers. So what that does for you is when you're towing a vehicle, your brake lights can be seen most times by the people behind you, which is a really big safety feature in my opinion. Right up at the top, you have a built-in backup camera, and it actually has night vision in there. So when you're coming home at night, you can see your driveway, or when you're getting into the campground late at night, you can see where you're going and not worry about hitting trees or damaging your unit. Comes with a rear ladder, and honestly, I just gotta talk about the paint job again real quick because it looks gorgeous. I absolutely love this blue that comes with a gable exterior paint job. Mixed with just all the color combinations they have are really impressive to me. Of course, you're set up to tow right here, everything already included there. Let's move on to the off-campsite side. And the first thing I want to talk about is the escape door that Newmar puts in all their units. You've probably seen it before, and you have not seen it on other units because most manufacturers want to save money wherever they can, not Newmar. They want to make sure you're safe and you are happy with your camper for many years to come. So they give you this escape door right here on the off-campsite side, so you actually have two ways to get out of your unit. You don't have to climb through a window in case of emergency like you would in most other manufacturers. Let's talk about this area real quick because this is usually an area that is messy and gross with most manufacturers. You usually have wiring everywhere exposed. No other manufacturers that I know of would carpet this area as well. This is kind of your dirty area where you have your cords and stuff and your plumbing, but it's just all finished so well. Down to how it goes through the floor here, you don't have a massive gap. I mean, if you look at the fit and finish here, there's no way bugs could get up in here or spiders. With other manufacturers, you have like a 2-inch gap sometimes. Critters crawl right up inside your unit. Before you know it, all of your stuff that's stored in here is full of bugs. Gross. Not with Newmar. Absolutely beautiful. Speaking of storage, you'll notice that's kind of a theme that I keep hitting on. Even when we get inside, I'll keep saying that because Newmar is so good about it. I mean, this is the other side of your storage. There's not a weird tank right there. Most other manufacturers would try to use that space for water tanks or something. Not not Newmar. They're smart about the way they design these units. You have a little tiny bit of storage area here for maybe some fuel stuff. Then you have your fuel fill right here. More storage. And all the storage has lights inside them, so you can easily see what's in there at night. This is an awesome area here because this is your wet bay. Now, usually your wet bay is a disaster, not with Newmar. So if you notice, everything is labeled really, really well. Everything you want to do in here, you know, rear black tank, front black tank, freshwater valve, they just label it and give you instructions on how to use everything, which is just kind of one of those nice features, one of those ways you can tell a manufacturer has been doing this for a while, is when they think of those little things. And a lot of manufacturers, to be honest out there, guys, don't do any of this. You have heaters right on your holding tanks, so you're gonna be able to go camping in any weather, up to, you know, from Maine to Miami probably. We're just gonna kind of go through this very quickly. Your Cummins Oda generator is a 5,500 watt generator on this unit, and it's a quiet gas version, so it's going to be ultra quiet. It's also located far away from your bedroom, so if you have it on at night, not only is it going to be quieter than most Cummins Oda generators, but it's not going to be right underneath your bed. Some manufacturers do that. I'm not even kidding you. So you can't sleep at night. If you're maybe camping in Arizona where it's 90 degrees at night sometimes, can't have your generator on, you're either gonna have to be hot or noisy. Not with a Newmar. You have your batteries here. They actually come on a really cool battery tray as well. There's a couple of locks that you can undo here to be able to access these batteries. I think this is important because some other people try to put these batteries like underneath the steps inside, and they're kind of hard to get to. Newmar makes this nice and easy. If you ever want to look at your battery bay, just undo those, slide it right out. Very, very high-end equipment. Moving on, this is your propane tank. Nice and easy to access for when you want to fill it up. Now, before we head inside, just kind of get a shot of two things here, Josh. So the first is the frameless windows. So obviously this is a high-end coach. They're going to give you the best equipment they can, and they're going to give you those frameless windows, which is the same thing you see on high-end $500,000, $1 million motorhomes. So the other thing I want to point out on this side is actually the slide topper. So if you notice, above your slide you have a mini awning. What that's going to do is it's going to keep the rain, the water, the leaves from pooling up there on the top of your slide and creating an issue. It also means you don't have to get up there and sweep your slide off before you put your slide in and leave your campsite. So nice feature that Newmar adds on to their Bay Star. Very, very high-end feature. Now on the front here, before we go inside, a couple good items to point out here is that this whole front has a diamond shield coating. So you can probably see a little badging right here. It starts right up here, covers the entire front. What that does for you is, you know, I'm here, we're filming in Florida right now. We're not quite in love bug season, but when that happens, love bugs like to hit your front here, stick on there, and the acid kind of eats through the paint. Not with the Newmar Bay Star, because they put that diamond shield coating on the front here ahead of time to make sure that that paint job is going to stay protected and not get eaten away by the bugs. Just really nice styling up here. I love the way the Newmar Bay Star looks coming down the road. It looks aggressive, but also friendly. Love all the accent lighting here. The badging. You also have larger windshield wipers than you typically find on most gas motorhomes. So if you go on the lot, look at a lot of their brands, they're about this big and don't really cover much of that window area. Newmar gives you those two extra large ones just to make sure you're safer when you're driving in a storm. Folks, now we're getting to a really exciting point for me because we're going to look at the interior of the all-new 2022 Newmar Bay Star. First, you're presented with triple tier stair system. The reason why this is really important to me especially is because a lot of other manufacturers and brands just do the two-step system, if that. And so you generally have to step up a little bit higher to get to that first step. Newmar likes to give you one step really down low there, so much easier to get in. Very clean stairwell going up. As we come onto the inside, one of the Most impressive features about the Newmar products and about the Bay Star in general is all of the attention to detail in the interior woodwork. So I mentioned previously, these are built in Indiana. A lot of the employees at those factories that do this woodwork are Amish. I've been to the factories. So all the wood is actually milled right there in central Indiana, locally sourced. This is Calypso Maple. So this is an all new interior for 2022. It's a gable interior with Calypso Maple wood with a matte finish. I think it looks absolutely incredible. I don't personally like that high shine sheen that you see in a lot of units. So if you look closely at this, it's definitely a much nicer finish. And again, I love all the attention to detail with all the lighting they put in here. Moving on over here, again, you'll notice just that detail in these cabinets. They're all kind of soft open, soft close. Same with all the drawers in the kitchen. All the inserts, solid wood in here. They're not just cheapening things up and putting particle board in there. No, it's all solid wood inside all the cabinets, the bottom, the walls. Now in this cockpit area, you also have in the passenger seat, really cool desk setup. So this is pretty great right now for 2021 when, you know, a lot of people are doing the work from home thing or work on the road. I personally love the way that Newmar did this. Most manufacturers, when they do this desk setup, they have something that kind of slides out from here and never kind of comes far enough. So you have to either try to move your seat as far forward as you can, sit here to try to work on your laptop. Now with the Newmar, this is kind of more like in an airplane. I really like it. Again, all that attention to detail is just really, really pronounced in the Newmar, and you can really tell the difference from other manufacturers when you step inside this. Moving on over here to the dash area, obviously you have a couple screens here. One's going to be your radio, navigation. Top one's going to be your cameras. So you can see your rear backup camera on here and your side view cameras. Whenever you turn that blinker on, I'm going to step over here. So whenever you turn your blinker on, it's going to show right here. So if there's a car in your blind spot, motorcycle in the blind spot, you'll see it right down there. So in the driver's seat, you have a 6-way power seat, and one of the things that I love about it is the way that their controls are located. First of all, it's located easy access right here. It's not like way down over here, but a lot of the other seats, they have the 6-way power seats. They have like 6 different buttons for every single which way you want to go. This is one single button, kind of like you find on some higher end cars like Range Rovers and BMWs. Just one button to control all the seat functions. You can move it whichever way you want, up, down, forward, back, whatever. Then over to the left of your steering wheel, you have the equalizer hydraulic leveling system. So for a gas coach, this has a full leveling system just like you find on a diesel motorhome. You'll be able to level it up anywhere you are perfectly in just a matter of seconds. This is a great system, all hydraulic. So as I was sitting here in the driver's seat, I just noticed something that I haven't seen in any other motorhome that I've ever been in, and it's just this owner support sticker, which has a phone number to call for technical support, phone number for Ford, phone number for Newmar, for parts, and the name of a person here that would be your brand specialist, your product specialist for this unit. The reason why that's interesting is because it's almost like Newmar wants you to call if there's an issue, whereas other manufacturers definitely do not want you to call if there's an issue because they don't want to deal with you. They don't have a good infrastructure built out to support you. That is completely opposite to what Newmar has. They're known for their customer service. They're known for their support. They're known for giving just the best after sales support of any manufacturer. So that's a testament to that they would put that sticker there. Back up here in the dash area, a couple more things. Right here you have a shade that is electric, comes right down, so you can really block off all the light up here when you're in your campground, and then shades on the side here as well that are manual. Nice blackout shades. And then one of the cool things too is you have all the ceiling area is all soft touch vinyl. So it's not just that like wallpaper like a lot of brands do. It's all beautiful soft touch vinyl, very easy to clean. If anything ever gets up there, you can just wipe it right off with a wipe or a wet cloth. It's not going to damage that. Talking about the ceiling area, this unit, if you notice, has fully ducted AC. There's ducts all the way down into the bathroom, all the way to the front, and there's 2 ACs on this unit, two 13,500 BTU ACs, and they both have heat pumps as well. That's a great feature because you won't have to use your propane heat that's in the floor and use up your propane all the time. If you're connected to shore power, you can just use the electric heat pumps and save some money there. Now moving on to the back here, I feel like it's just important to appreciate the beautiful design that Newmar has in their units. I mean, every single Bay Star, every single Newmar product is designed with absolute detail, absolute precision. They have an incredible team of designers in their factory. If you look at this is real backsplash. It's not a wallpaper like a lot of brands do. This is like real Corian with real tile inserts and actual grout in there. Most manufacturers put a cheap plastic thing on there or wallpaper. Not Newmar. This is all solid surface Corian countertops. Looks absolutely phenomenal. Outstanding quality here in the stovetop cover. Very easy to use. It's not something you have to take off, store up here like some other brands. Usually when you have to do that, it's like 20 pounds. You have to try to finagle it up into there. Now with Newmar. Really nice double sink here with a pull-out sprayer. And again, talking about just the detail in the wood, I mean, this is all solid wood drawers. They're screwed and glued together. They're not just using staples like a lot of other manufacturers. Actually, these are soft close as well. If you look at that, that's impressive. Absolutely incredible. Big drawers here, a lot of storage in the kitchen, bunch of remotes there. And then right above here, you actually have a 30-inch convection microwave here. It's massive. I mean, I've never seen a bigger microwave, I don't think, in an RV, period. To the right, you have a Whirlpool 11 cubic foot refrigerator. Great thing about this one, it has an ice maker built in and 2 additional batteries with a 1200 watt inverter. So what that means for you is when you're going down the road, you load this up with a bunch of groceries and you stop and leave your coach for a little bit, for maybe half the day, this will still be cold because it has those batteries, has that inverter, everything in here will stay cold without your generator running. That's a great feature. Talking about power systems, this unit has built-in standard at this super low price. That solar panel is going to make sure that the chassis battery stays charged all the time, and you're never going to have to jump your battery or find yourself on the side of the road needing a jump. So to the furniture, this is ultra luxe leather furniture. I'm being honest with you here when I say most brands at this price point, they're not using leather. They're not using furniture that looks this high end. This is what you'd find in a $500,000, $750,000 diesel pusher. Newmar kind of goes the other route and says, hey, let's give this same quality, give this same luxury to our gas coaches. And the reason why is because every single Newmar is made in the same factory line. The person who builds the Zephyr from Newmar, which is extremely expensive, almost $1 million, is the same technician the next day who's building a Bay Star gas motorhome. That means the quality that's in a Zephyr Newmar is in the Bay Star. Absolutely incredible. You're not going to find that with other manufacturers. Really, really cool feature. Love the lighting, all the accent lighting. Again, plenty more storage up here. And you don't see sawdust in there. I mean, usually you're going to have like sawdust floating down everywhere. This just came from the factory like a day ago, and it's absolutely clean. Nice gas struts to assist these doors. Everything solid wood. So right below these cabinets, you also have a massive hide-a-bed. It's almost queen size. You can definitely have a couple guests here, a couple adult guests here, and then if you have some kids, maybe they could sleep here in the dinette area, which turns into a bed. Right underneath, you have really substantial, massive drawers for storage, maybe some extra blankets for guests, or some pots and pans that won't fit in the kitchen area, although there's tons of storage in the kitchen area. And then back here, the pantry is huge. I mean, I don't know if I've seen a pantry this big in a gas coach ever. You have 6 drawers here. They're all solid wood, metal ball bearing drawer glides. They extend all the way out. So if you have stuff way back there, you don't have to reach into the pantry to get it. You can access everything right here. Again, the attention to detail is just impressive as I knock on solid wood. Samsung TVs, they're not using the cheap TVs like a lot of brands are trying to use. Westinghouse or TCL or whatever cheapest TV they can find at the time, and they always switch them up. There's always different systems to use. You're always having to learn something new. Newmar uses Samsung, great brand TV, and a Bose soundbar. That's a great upgrade. A lot of storage right here as well. So you can put your, maybe like an Apple TV in there, some DVDs, if people still use that nowadays, I don't know. Some more storage right up top here. Moving on to the bathroom. Again, one of those details that I have to keep talking about it. I mean, solid wood door. I just haven't seen anything in this unit that looks cheap, period. Usually gas motorhomes are just full of stuff, like flagrant errors, trim missing, trim not aligned correctly. Not with Newmar. This is impressive quality. One of the things that I always kind of look for in motorhomes or any kind of RV is the sink size. I know it sounds odd, but a lot of sinks are like this tiny little bowl. You can barely get your hands under there. Right now, I like to be washing my hands a lot. So this is nice that you can actually get your hands fully in there and get them clean. Again, in your bathroom, you don't have the cheaper version of a countertop. You have the same Corian that you have in your kitchen. So really, really nice quality. Great medicine cabinet there, plenty of room. Down below, I mean, this is a half bath, and look how much storage you have. 4 drawers, tons of room. And then down here, you actually have a porcelain toilet. So a lot of brands you could cheapen it up by using a plastic toilet, and a lot of brands do. Not Newmar. They want to give you the best absolute quality, best luxury. Some more area back here for bathroom supplies, maybe towels, linens. And then up here, you have access to all your electrical systems. Very, very nicely laid out. All the wiring is not just a massive tangle of who knows what. It's labeled correctly. It just looks like it's done really well. You don't see this in other manufacturers. I am very, very impressed with this. Now moving on to the bedroom. As we go into the bedroom area, you're going to notice a double stacked Splendide washer dryer system. So it's not an all-in-one. A lot of people don't like the all-in-one because they don't do as much laundry or aren't as fast or efficient. The double stacked Splendide is awesome. Great feature. Now, one of the changes for 2022 is the slide room is 2 inches deeper, which gives you a little bit more room here in the bedroom area. I know it seems like a small feature, but 2 inches definitely does give you a little bit more room here. Easier to walk around, easier to get from here into the bathroom or from the living area into the bedroom. Obviously you have a king size bed, really great quality mattress. It's not just a cheap throwaway foam mattress like a lot of brands are giving you. They give you a real mattress right off the bat. Another change for 2022 is down here. Your power outlets have been moved right here, and they include USB as well. So the same for both sides. Right over here in your side walls, you have dual night and day shades. So this would be the day just to block out the sunlight or some of the light, and then you have the night one for full privacy. But it's nice that as you're sitting here in bed, you can see out the side of your unit. You know, some manufacturers might forego windows in the slide just to save a bit of money. Plenty of storage right up top. There's actually power right inside there. So if you need perhaps a CPAP machine, you can plug it right in there, put it up here, run your cord down through here. It's a great feature. You don't have to worry about where you're going to put it, where you're going to plug it in beside your bed. Now panning on over here, tons of storage. It's unreal how much storage there is. I'm just going to open everything up just so you can see. So this closet's big enough for me. Definitely, you know, my wife would take all of the rest, but I don't need that much. It's nice that you have the option to have tons of storage. Look at that. That is insane. That's more than I have in my house. Nice big window here. Again, Samsung TVs. They're still using that Corian all throughout. Moving on to the rear bathroom. Again, this is the 3609 Bay Star floor plan, which means you have the half bath, which we already toured, and then a full rear bath for your master suite. This is the exit door that we saw on the outside. Again, a feature that Newmar loves. I think it's incredible. I wish more manufacturers would do this because it just kind of gives you that peace of mind, the extra level of safety. Porcelain toilet down here. Could you believe there's more storage? Yeah, there's 100% more storage. I couldn't even believe it myself. Just storage for miles. Fantastic fans in both your half bath and here. all controlled with a remote if you'd like as well. They have rain sensors as well, so if it's open and it's raining, it'll close automatically. It's a great feature. Down here you have power, easily accessible for your bathroom, hair blow dryer, whatever, in a great location. Nice big medicine cabinet here. Again, big size sink, tons of storage on the bottom. I'm just gonna get up in the shower to show you how big it is. You have a great little skylight here. I'm not, exceptionally tall, but I have tons of room here. All one piece surround tub shower, so you're not gonna have any issues with leaking. This is just built really well and you can see the quality. This shower door also is new for 2022. It's got a nice triple piece glass shower door. Nice little thing to keep it locked there in place when you go down the road. And then lastly, I didn't point this out, but you have a pocket door for your bathroom here. Just like what you'd see on a super high-end diesel. Makes it very easy to access the bathroom here. Kind of final thoughts for this before we wrap up. I think the interior is one of a kind. I love what they did with the 2022 model year. My favorite thing is the matte finish on the gable interior and Calypso maple wood. It looks unbelievably amazing and really would love for you guys to see it in person if you're able to come to one of our dealerships. One more thing up here, I didn't talk about this yet, but your control panel for the Newmar, for everything you want to control in here is just very, very easy to access. Great location. You come right up inside, you hit your battery disconnect on, your inverters here, all your power management systems are here. To the left, you have your solar panel control system for the 100-watt solar panel that charges the chassis battery. And then your Truma on-demand hot water system, again, controlled right here. I love the layout of it. Believe it or not, a lot of brands put it right here. And so the only way to access everything in your unit is you have to kind of sit on the stairs awkwardly as you mess with this digital touchscreen that never works right. Hate that. More storage also. And actually, one of the changes for 2022 as well, which is very exciting, is the location for your trash can now. I know it's small, but it's something that's pretty neat. And then lastly, you have shoe storage right on this step. This is a location where a lot of brands would try to put the chassis batteries, but we saw outside the chassis batteries are located on the driver's side on that slide out tray. If there's any battery maintenance you need to do, you're doing it outside instead of inside your coach. Thanks for checking out the product video on the all-new 2022 Newmar Bay Star. I couldn't have been more excited to show you all the impressive features that the Bay Star has, as well as the changes they made in 2022. If you're looking for a gas motorhome, or any motorhome for that matter, there's value in the Newmar Bay Star. You're gonna get a gas coach with the fit, finish, quality, and details of a luxury diesel motorhome. If you like this unit and you have any questions, please come into any one of our over 50 locations across the country or visit us online, and we'd love to help you out. We hope to see you soon.